look at that sky. Isn't that fabulous? Look at the shapes and the colours in that. It is beautiful. Good afternoon. Today is the last day. My garden will look just like this. Well, it'll look different every day. As of tomorrow, preparations begin for us getting a shed in our garden. And this will be the garden shed here. We'll still have a nice path here with access into the shed from both the north and the south. People have wondered if it's going to block our view. Well, I don't think it really will. So looking that way, we'll still have all that view. But that is what the shed's going to sit in front of. I wanted a 2-metre walkway between the shed and the garden, and it was decided by all those present on the day that the retainer wall would be better against the garden bed, giving a larger flat area between the garden bed and the shed. The pathway that came down here used to zigzag and go down there. Well, there doesn't exist anymore. So the pathway is now going to continue from here down and around here. So I've cleared it this morning of the cover crop. We'll allow the grass to start growing here. And another day when I've got more time, I'll move the Queensland arrowroot and lemongrass to the edge of this garden bed as I've got it there. Good morning. I've just heard that the concreter is on his way. So this is the last time my garden will look quite like this. And it's very exciting as we contemplate tidying up things and looking after our tools and machinery a little bit better. Here's the site. We marked out again last night just to make sure we had everything right. It's only a little shed, 6 by 7.5, but it should be big enough to do what we need it to do. Gabriel keeps telling me it's only my garden shed, so it doesn't need to be that big. I keep thinking, well, we can never have a big enough shed. So we have a space here where we're going to be putting in a rainwater tank. This is a 4-metre gap from the shed to the edge to allow for big enough space for the tank. We'll have roller doors at this end where a vehicle can drive in, and we also have roller doors at this end. It's the last day it's going to look like this. Well, the next stage of our shed has come, and now we have the slab laid. In 2 weeks' time, the shed kit will be delivered. Sometime after that, the shed will be erected. And you see the concrete has put sloped areas where the roller doors are going to be, so that'll make it easier for us to get in and out with the vehicle. It's very exciting to look forward to having a shed here. Good morning, and welcome to my garden with a completed shed. Roller doors for vehicle entrance, pedestrian door, and we have louvers. Those louvers are able to get airflow in there even when it's raining. Not much in there yet. That'll come. When we originally measured out the shed and where it was going to go, I wanted this pathway below contour 1 to continue around, and we would walk around the back of the middle garden all the way around. However, in order to get enough flat space for the shed, we needed to dig out a bit more. And then, in order to achieve the ability to drive into the shed with a car with the trailer attached, we had to push the shed that way even further. So that has left us with a very wide gap here between the shed and the garden bed. So this area, we're still trying to decide exactly how it's going to go. We do know we need a retainer wall along the back of the garden here. Gabriel likes the idea of steps here, which would make it lovely. I'd like the idea of it paved, which would make it very usable. However, all these things cost money and time, and so it is yet to be decided what we're actually going to do. One thing I have done is raked all the rocks into the centre to make it easy to pick it up. So you can see how many rocks there are here and how much broken concrete. Well, this side was the same. So I've raked it, and I've spent some time planting grass runners down the side here. The grass I chose to use for this was actually the grass here that's coming from the garden, and it's already spreading its way down. So clearly that can't stay there when we get the block work done, but it's a very vigorous grass that wants to grow in this space. So that will be better than trying to grow couch or something that may not survive so well in the shade of the shed. I think I actually damaged my knees doing that job because I've been unable to work quite as long or quite as hard for the last few days. And here's the other side of the shed. Once again, another roller door, another set of louvers. I'm yet to clean up all the rocks around here, but that will happen. So this is the northern side, so there'll be lovely sun coming in this side. On the east, And on the west, we have a solid wall with no openings. I have specified for insulation to go on the east, the roof, and the west. So we'll be getting a little less of the reflective heat that's typical of sheds.